They say once this sand gets into your shoes, you'll always come back. Welcome to Get Out Go. I'm Christoph. Join me as I go camping in the Kgalagadi. Good morning. We're at Botswana Game Reserve and we're on our way to the Kgalagadi. I'm waiting for Heinrich, Ben and Kenneth to arrive, so in the meanwhile let me show you around. As some of you already know, Botswana Game Reserve is one of my favorite places in South Africa. If you're new to the channel, be sure to catch some of my other videos about this awesome spot. Botswana is a great stopover to or from Botswana, but I highly recommend spending a few days here. It's well worth it. We're making Katemba potjie again, but at least this time there's a pro making it, so it should be a lot better.
Christoph, this is how you open a can. And if you didn't see that, this is it again. Ta-da!
The rest of the crew arrived just in time for sundowner.
Cheers.
This is the first time we'll be traveling together as a group, and safe to say I'm looking forward to this one.
There's more.
Melk tertjie.
Ja, maar ek maak ons self.
Dis baie lekker.
Hy's lekker. Baie dankie. Sy naam is nog. Soos die dag, hulle gaan al die cruises die dag voordat hulle nou
Overlanders in general are usually an easy bunch to get along with, regardless of how well you know each other.
daai Unimaag is die babakkie Unimaag. So dis nie eers die cool ding nie.
Ja.
Hulle ander Unimaag is
Joining Venessa and I on this trip is Kenneth from Gunland Explores, Ben from Cruiser Chronicles Overlanding, and Heinrich Richter. You'll find all their links in the description below.
Ja, ja.
Hy sag, maar hy's so dik. En op sy pak staan
It's August, so it's pretty chilly in the Kalahari at night, but nothing a nice fire can't sort out.
Ja, kyk as jy daai het dit al.
Dink julle ek kry hom? Ek kry hom nêrens nie. Nou sê my vrou,
Some of the best stories usually come out around the fire as well.
maar ek moet net vir jou sê, as hy dan een ding is wat ek op jaloers is, nee. Kussinkies alles, maar
daai camper het mos nou 'n nuwe ene.
Nee, maar ek dink
jy moet nog steeds dieselfde.
A Katemba potjie is always welcome in winter too. We usually serve it with fresh bread, sour cream, and mixed herbs. I'll put a link to the recipe in the description as well.
Hy sag, maar hy's so dik. En op sy pak staan daar mooi. Letterlik mooi. Ek het my seat covers ook sommer gebruik. Sakke covers.
O, daar, ja.
Dink jy vra hele krag op die vleis weer maak?
Good morning. Early, cold morning. We're off to an early start as we've got about a 7-hour drive. It's not actually that far. It's right up to Mabua. It's 495 kilometers, but it can take up to 7 hours. There's obviously a border crossing. We're crossing at Skilpatak. That's usually not too bad, but you never know. So we might sleep on the cut line tonight. I usually don't recommend wild camping anywhere in Africa. Botswana is still alright if you know the location, and if you're close to a village, ask for permission with the khotla, so the local chiefs, the elders, and then usually you're alright. Let's go. We're heading to the Skilpatak border post. Then we'll hit the A2 up to Jwaneng, where we'll stock up. Then finally on to Sekoma and the Kokocha cut line. Ora manne, pad Kgalagadi toe, voel julle?
Môre Christof, jy wat baie opgewonde vir Mabua. Jy daai dit in die jaar. Gisteraand was hy bitterlik koud geweest in Botswana. So ek dink ons gaan lekker kan kry daar in Mabuasehube. Vanaand natuurlik die lekker aand op die Kokocha line, ons wild camp. Dit is 'n hoogtepunt van die trip ook. Baie opgewonde om dit saam met julle te doen. Môre Christof, ja nee, self vreeslik opgewonde. Mabua is al baie lang tyd hoog op my bucketlist en die tyd het uiteindelik gekom om die plek te besoek. Ek sien uit na 'n goeie tyd, saam goeie mense. Môre julle. Ja, ek sien self net so uit. Mabua is 'n plek wat ek nog altyd wou sien. En ek moet sê nog gisteraand kan ek klaar opsom, hier is 'n lekker groepie, so ons gaan definitief 'n lekker tyd hê.
Lekker, so amper op die grens en ons is in Botswana. We just stopped quickly at Joaneng. That's really the last stop where you can get any sort of provisions on the way to Mabua. There's a pretty good Pick and Pay. There's if you want a quick bite to eat, there's a Nando's and a Debonair's as well, plus some fuel. We're on our way to Sakoma now, which is the last fuel stop, and then we'll fill up all the jerry cans as well. I'm filling up 155 litres of diesel. That usually gives me a range of around 1,400 kilometres, or about 1,000 when I'm towing. So we've just filled up all the tanks and the jerry cans because there's no more fuel from here. And we onto the cut line now. We will probably spend the night and then onto Mabua. See you later.
Maar ja, hier begin die lekker te nou man. Maar hier dan begin jy nou allerlei planne kry en so.
Botswana cut lines are straight dirt roads cut into the bush that serve as service roads and fire breaks. These also give unique access to wilderness areas as well though. The sand can get quite thick on these tracks, so always air down. It also helps a lot to reduce corrugations. The first stretch is thick sand and very bouncy, but generally okay. This soon deteriorates into some serious washboard though. Corrugations here are something else. We keep driving just up to sunset, where we'll call it a day.
En die ding is, want dit was nou, maar dit was nou 'n bietjie met hom eintlik half net onderhandel. So ek het nie regtig 'n permit of iets gekry nie. Daai keer by Suzuki.
We slept over on the cut line last night. Don't usually recommend wild camping, but in Botswana you can still do it in some places. We rolled in here quite late, so we just pulled over to the side of the road and yeah, overnighted here. Lovely evening. We're only 40 kilometers from Mabua, so let's go. Roads, or at least this cut line to Mabua is awful. My Ironman suspension is handling this well, but the trailer, that's another story. Looks like I've got a bit of a problem here. And this shock is gone. That's a big problem out here.
Will you guys be able to maybe make a plan to get us a shock here? Because we can't go on like this. Okay, 100%. I'll let Christoph send you the info on the InReach or on the sat phone about the shock. But basically it's a shock, one of those Gabriel HDP shocks, the green one for an MP300. And that's on MP300.
Yeah, the game, you know, it's the game. We managed to limp to the Mabua gate. There's Wi-Fi at the gate, so we spent some time here trying to come up with a plan for the shocks. This is the main eastern gate to Mabuasehube and the rest of the Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park. The Kgalagadi is extensive, spanning 3.6 million hectares. It's located both in South Africa and Botswana and borders with Namibia.
Wanneer wil julle breakouts hê? Môre.
Nooit nie. Net wanneer jy reg is, maak dit so.
Maar as jy môre maak, né, dan wil ek
Okay, so I think I've managed to organize new shocks. Might as well just do both for the trailer. So somebody special is bringing that through. So I'll obviously show you when they arrive. It's around 20 kilometers to our camp, Mapaya, and that usually takes around 30 minutes. We're taking it slow with the busted shock though. We soon set up at camp though, and even with all the hassles, we're very happy to be here.
Yeah?
I can't wait for this first fire back in the Kalahari.
Your lighter.
Yeah. We're on the Mapaya overflow campsite, and I think it's my favorite here. I recently switched to these Delta Optics binoculars, and I must say I'm impressed. So much so that I'll be giving one of these away. So somewhere in this episode I'll put a code word that you have to go quote on an Instagram post, and you can win a set of these, so look out for that. Just had our first game drive, and it is absolutely amazing here. There's a lion, lots of kudu, wildebeest, and the scenery is just absolutely spectacular. So you cannot go wrong with Mabua. We're heading for Mabua Pan now. There's a pretty good road network between all of the pans. The 4 Mabua campsites are all located around the pan. My favorite is probably Mabua 1. This site has no facilities and the wind can get a bit rough up here, but the views from this campsite are spectacular. I also like Mabua 4. That does have some basic facilities.
Entered the Mabuasehube gate. The sun is going down. We are in the Kalahari and we are going to Mapaya camp. We'll see you soon, gents and ladies. What a day it's been. Johannesburg to here. Let's get to Mapaya. I need a couple of cold ones and a good fire and a good feed. It's on the cards.
This is Reese, Heinrich.
Hey, how's it?
Hey, how's it? How are you, man?
Nice to see you.
Yeah, hey, we made it,
Very
eh?
nice to
It's a long day, eh? Is everyone sleeping?
Hello, I'm Reese.
This is
and I
Reese.
rock.
No, he doesn't.
Otherwise, fine. Like,
How are you doing?
Good and you. Good to see you. Wow, guys.
It's a long day, eh?
We owe you.
How did that ziplock on that chocolate folder work? Yeah, how are you, Chris? We made it, my man. We made it. Oh, you earned it. You could, there's an easier way to get us here. No, but you tell us to come from the beginning.
But we like this one, eh? We like this one. No, we like this. This is a good plan, eh? Well done.
Our trip is very nice. It's lovely. We've seen amazing things, had great company, awesome food, and yeah, it's great to be here.
Good morning. It's a little cold this morning. It was -2. So the guys are out on the pan. We heard some lions. They've been looking for them. Haven't found them yet. They were at Mapaya 1 this morning. Apparently they stopped the guys from getting out their tents, and they were playing tug of wars with their towels. So yeah, just be careful. Today I think we probably have to change these shocks on the trailer. We'll be doing that, and then I'll show you around some of the campsites as well. We fortunately don't have to go far to find those lions.
Kgalagadi idiots. Welkom by Satara. I'm at the lion sighting. As you can see, the lions are right there. They're right there.
So we've just been taking it easy for a day or so. These two legends, Ryan and Reese, came all the way to Mabua to bring me some new shocks for the Conqueror. So we're still going to sort that out, but in the interim, we've just been taking it easy. I will show you around camp a little bit. Right now we're just driving to the gate where we'll dispose some of our garbage. So I'll see you just now. For the keyboard warriors, yes, I am aired down. There's another problem though. What? There's no service.
Yeah, that's first class KFC, fast food.
We are borrowing Chris our Godot tool set. It's a proper tool set. highly recommend you get a Gador tool set.
Right, we don't need
Did I say Gador?
We don't need the tool.
One more time.
I'm ready here if anybody gets a headache.
We do have that.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm here if somebody gets a headache.
Heinrich, you need the trauma kit. You need the
Hey
trauma
man,
kit.
I'm working on my discount sponsorship for the. Does somebody have a headache?
Does anyone have a
You
headache?
need that one that's got the fucking hot
Yeah,
starch.
but I'm not that qualified yet, man. I'm just for mild headaches.
No,
not
you've
even
got resuscitate
hard
to
ones.
stop the heart, then you'll
Okay.
So I don't know. I've got a problem here where I've got no low down torque all of a sudden, but I've been intermittently having issues like this since Namibia. I think it's the mass airflow sensor. So I've actually ordered a new one, but I haven't had. They haven't got it yet, so I haven't put it in. So what we'll do is back at camp, we'll just clean that out with electrical cleaner for now. Let's see from there.
Where are we?
So we just outside Mabuasehube, I think. We just left the campsite there. The upside is, it is amazing here. So I could think of worse places to have issues. We're here just across from the main eastern gate of Mabua. You can actually get hold of some water here and some wood if you don't have enough. I wouldn't count on the water, but usually you can find some here as well. There's obviously no real facilities at these campsites, so some of them have long drops, so pit toilets and bucket showers with no water. There are one or two that I think that has water. This particular site that we have has no facilities. If you're going to use a bush toilet, which I actually recommend using a chemical toilet, pack in what you pack out, but if you're going to use the bush, dig a deep hole and burn the toilet paper. Obviously don't set everything alight when you burn the toilet paper, but please burn the toilet paper. This is not how you do it. It's time to replace those shocks though. Not looking forward to this.
Well, this is not fun, eh?
Getting my gym workout. It's not fun.
Go.
Jeepers.
Just got to get past the one point.
I can just hear the comments now. It's like, for the record, none of us are mechanics here, so we're doing the best we know how. Press the spring. How the fuck do you do that out here? You're going to have to use a jack to push it out.
Oh, no.
Hy beweeg nie, hoor.
We soon find another problem. The bolts are bent and seized with the metal sleeves from the bushings. We have no choice but to cut out the bolts. After some sweat and tears and colourful language, we do get them out though.
Get 2 bolts.
We'll have to scavenge some other bolts for the shocks now.
Bolts are in the front. So we need a 19.
Work. I hope you're watching.
Yeah.
Real men in the bush.
Like when we went to Katemba, I pulled the Conqueror and I had everything on. I didn't even open it. So I saw this one jet walking past.
The first shock is done, so now it's time for the second one. We soon find that this shock is also gone, and the bolts are also not budging. We do get it done in the end as well. These Gabriel shocks are about 2 years old and have done maybe 5 trips, so not great. Safe to say everyone's a little tired, and we're looking forward to another great meal by the fire and a hot shower.
Kom jou kap gaan in die brand sit.
Sien jy?
Nee, sy
Whoa.
mic.
Ed, Ryan and Reese have to leave us the next morning, unfortunately. Thanks again, gents. You absolute legends. Good morning. Thought I'd show you the campsites today, as we finally managed to get those shocks in the trailer sorted. Massive thank you to Kenneth, to Heinrich, to Ben, and to Ed and Ryan and Reese for bringing the shocks and helping me fit them. It was a massive task. Thanks for that. So last day, unfortunately. So yeah, that just never know with these things. But yeah, I still have some time. So let me show you around. There are quite a few nice campsites in Mabua, all of them located around different pans. You have Monamodi, Mapaya, Kidding, Mabua, Leshualoaho. Monamodi and Mapaya has water most of the time. Mapaya campsites are very popular, so you have to book well in advance. There's water at Mapaya 1 most of the time, but it's not potable. All the campsites have A-frame structures and pit toilets aside for the overflow site and Lefika. The 2 sites at Kidding are nice as well, with basic facilities and some shade. As with most of Botswana parks at the moment, the facilities are in need of maintenance, unfortunately. This is a real pity, especially considering the recent rates increases. Moramori also has water most of the time, but also ran dry when we were here. There's also a waterhole at this span. It was a real pleasure traveling with these gentlemen, and we'll definitely be doing so again soon. Safe to say, we'll also be back here again to show you around some more. It's 6 a.m. and we're on our way. It's probably going to be a long day as we're not sure about these temporary fixes on the trailer. The Tsabong cut line has thick sand and my car's acting up again, so we're hooking up the trailer behind Heinrich. Thanks again for all the help and positive attitude, guys. This trip wouldn't have been much fun otherwise. The sand is really thick on this track, but at least it's not as badly corrugated as the Kokocha cut line. We're heading to Tsabong where we'll refuel and then McCarthy's Rust border post. After that, we'll decide where we overnight before heading back. We're through the thick sand now, so I've hooked up the trailer again and we've aired up some more. It's not long before I have another problem though. So, yeah, these temporary shocks, those are gone as well. Because we couldn't reuse those metal sleeves that go over the bolts. They eat bushings. And then the other thing that happened is the replacement bolt, the sort of temporary thing we used, that snapped completely. So one shock is off. So we're going to remove the other one. And just haul this thing to Tsabong and we'll see from there. We finally managed to reach Tsabong where we'll find some parts and a mechanic hopefully. So obviously the bushes failed on the shocks because they have no sleeves in at the moment because those were done for. So there's a repair center here in Tsabong. They're putting in some new bolts. See how that goes, and sort of manufactured a sleeve to go around the bolts. So we'll see if that works. Temporary fix. It is listed on Tracks for Africa, so if you're in Tsabong and you need some mechanical repairs, it is listed on Tracks for Africa. Yeah. Seems my fridge wire also pulled out of the Anderson plug somewhere, so we sort that out as well.
Ja. Selfs 'n 6, hè?
Nee,
daar's hy. Nou, daar's hy, ja.
So someone die ander ook 'n 6, hè.
Het jy
In the end, we managed to get the shocks reinstalled as well.
Kom uit. Yes.
A little bit of change of plans. We obviously took a bit of time to repair the shocks, so we're not going all the way back to Botswana. I'll be going to Red Sand, sleep over there tonight, and then on to Joburg. Okay. McCarthy's Rust was very quiet, so it's a quick border crossing. It's the last dirt stretch before we hit the N14 back home. What a trip this has been. So we are on our way back to Joburg. We spent the evening at Red Sands, just in a chalet. We were really tired. It's a pretty good stopover to or from the Kgalagadi or Namibia if you're coming from sort of Johannesburg. Yeah, this trip and subsequently the video, of course, didn't exactly turn out the way I intended, but I hope you still enjoyed it. We were very fortunate to have some very good company. Thanks for all the guys, for all the help again. I really appreciate it. Yeah, things go wrong on these adventures, especially if you travel to these remote areas. Expect some damage. It's going to happen somewhere. But I'll be honest, I'm a little tired of it right now. We've just been taking shots to Namibia. This trip has effectively cost me 14,000 rands more. Namibia cost me almost 80,000 rands in damage. So yeah, it's an expensive hobby. Remember to have a look in the video for that code word to win that set of Delta optical binoculars. Watch out for the post on Instagram on how to enter that competition. Thanks for watching. Until next time, get out there.